Right, this is my last flight of my drone over the stunning Lake District on holiday. Right, I'm just going to implement stick movements. There we go. That should tell us exactly what I was doing with my control sticks at the time of the loss of connection. I'm just going to speed this up so that we're not all bored of me just floating around. So we'll speed it up ×8. As you can see, this shows all of the telemetry, including travel distance, time, height, distance away from my person, ground speed and vertical speed. This also shows how many satellites I was linked to, currently 17, and the battery status was 91. I think it was 96 at takeoff. So as you can see, I'm just sort of flying around as you do, just looking at the lake from various sort of angles and just generally enjoying the scenery as I'm flying around. Yep, so a couple of minutes in, everything's good. Decided to have a little look at the island where this stunning house is. Thinking it might be lovely to live there. So yeah, just had a little pan around the island, see what I could see. Oh, no, I'm not going to hang around too long around here because, you know, I sort of, you know, respect the privacy, so I'll not do like a couple of 360s around there because it might just irritate them. So I took a few shots, a bit of video around there, and headed straight off back. Started coming back to where, just away from where I set off. So just have a little hover around, sort of float around and see where I can go from here. So I decided to fly back around there and head off across the lake. This is all extremely boring from the just looking at the flight telemetry, but from what I could see on my screen, it was quite enjoyable to watch. We might just jump some time a little and get more down to the nitty-gritty of where I had my connection loss. So, as you can see, floating around. Yeah, just looking at the view of the lake, which is quite nice. I flew to the other side of the lake and then thought I would pan around this island as it would make some really good footage. So I decided to bring it in a little bit lower so that you know, I could see all the trees and whatnot. I thought it'd make a really nice shot. So as I pan around this island and float across the top of the treetops, I thought I would take a look at the lake a little bit lower, sort of bring it down so I could see, you know, the lake from a lower perspective. And just as we're getting close now to the point, here we are. I thought I'll bring it back towards the shoreline and fly it along the shoreline. as I get to this point here, my stick movement is still 100%. I'm flying it flat out, 50 miles an hour, and there's my connection loss. Just as I lost connection there, screen went grey, and through the flight data shows you that it teleported itself from that point to the island in a millisecond. The time taken in between that point there and the island is absolutely unknown to me, as I had full connection loss at the time. Hoping that it would return to home at 150 metres from its takeoff point. When I finally did press the button a few seconds, 20 seconds later, but it just did not return to home. It's still unknown to me whether the drone would return to home at its current setting or whether it would switch to the settings that I had installed onto the drone. But that's that. I hope you guys at DJI can take a look at this and note my stick movements and see what we can do from here, whether this could be down to pilot error or maybe a fault on the drone. Thank you.